Hello, this is Steve, and this is All the World's a Stage. Oh, no, it's not. This is the Matt Street channel, and I'm Matthew Street. How are you all doing? I love the way Steve starts off his videos like that. If you haven't checked out his channel yet, go check out All the World's a Stage with Steve. And I love how he shows his t-shirts when he starts his videos. Anyway, this is my Ramones cross-pollination t-shirt with the Beatles. So hope you like it. Ramones fans, Beatles fans, this is for you. Anyway, folks, hi, welcome. And folks, I just tried to do a little video. I was cleaning up the music room down here not too long ago. And I said, wow, I came across some kind of oddball albums that if I have shown a couple of them, it's been like years since I've shown them. And I've gotten, a few new subscribers since then. So I thought maybe some of you Beatle fans that have subscribed recently would like to see some of these little oddball albums I've picked up over the last few years. Now, most of them are fan club only releases, okay? They're not official or authorized. However, I just thought they were kind of neat and had a unique look to them, or the covers are kind of cool, or maybe they're on colored vinyl that you might be interested in seeing. So I thought I'd show them to you. Now, because they're fan club only issues, wow, I was looking at them and I'm going, my goodness, fan club only or unofficial releases have come such a long, long way since my day back in the early to mid 70s, when you would get fan club only issues like this with a plain white label and a mimeograph piece of paper, which isn't even attached to the plain white sleeve. And there you go. There's your Beatle unofficial release of the Hollywood Bowl concert. That's going back to the 70s. I'm talking this thing is like well over 45, 50 years old, okay? And then, as you know, we started as the 80s came into play a little bit. We started getting stuff like this, which looks so nice, a little more colorful, a little more professional looking, fan club only type releases with photos and great material on some of these early ones like Beatles Not For Sale, one of my favorites. I have this on CD as well. And for the most part, I'm playing, black vinyl like this with a custom label. That's basically what you got. And then this was a famous one, the Sessions one. This was the aborted album that was supposed to come out sometime in the 80s, I believe. Some of you probably know better than I do. Many different cover variations to what it was going to look like, but basically it was a lot of unreleased material that was going to finally be released. I guess Apple and the Beatles talked about it and it never happened. But so you get stuff like that, again, plain black label Odeon, but not an official Odeon, obviously. So you got stuff like that with better quality. I love the Hard Day's Night album, so I have stuff like this, A Night's Hard Day, where you got like alternate tracks from the Hard Day's Night album and put into unofficial release form. So I don't know if I've showed that before. This is actually an official release. This is a German version of A Hard Day's Night I happen to find, like I said, going through my stuff, reorganizing. I said, I don't think I've shown this, or if I have, it's been a long, long time. But I love this variation on the Hard Day's Night album from Germany. The Yeah, Yeah, Yeah title, the photos, the red instead of the blue trim. Just a really different pictures on the back of the German version. I just think that's beautiful. And I really like the the French version from France, which is Four Garçons dans l'Event, Chansons du Film, Les Beatles. Very nice release here on EMI Odeon. Different cover variation. There's all the songs, however. Some different pictures on the back. Just some unique stuff. And again, like I said, I probably have shown this, but it could have been 5 years ago for all I know. So for you newer viewers of the Matthew Street channel, that's a kind of cool little variation of the Hard Day's Night album. Okay, now let's get into some of these unofficial releases that I found that I thought were kind of cool. And I don't even know if I've ever shown any of these because, like I say, I have so much stuff and stuff goes into piles and gets filed and I never show it. But this was kind of a cool one because This is like all the Swedish material, all this stuff they recorded live in Sweden and on the TV show and all surrounding that whole thing, that visit to Sweden in the late part of 1963. And it's the Beatles, Europa's pop band nummer 1. All right, and there's the cover. I love the images on the back. And there's the material. I don't know how it's translating, but do your best there if you can see it. And some more great pictures at the bottom. Just a beautiful little set of all the Swedish material. Came with a little hype sticker. See that okay? And a nice little poster came with it. Europa's pop band nummer 1. Like a little advertisement for the album itself. And images on the back, which I thought was kind of neat. Show you guys that. Pretty cool, huh? I mean, I'll never frame it or anything. And then it came on a beautiful, beautiful red vinyl with a custom label. I mean, look at that nice label. Silhouette of the Beatles. Nice candy apple red vinyl. Very nice, I thought. So I like that. Next one, 30 Weeks in 1963, a 180-gram heavyweight vinyl. Again, nice cover. Different, not sure where I got this. This is basically the Abbey Road sessions, folks, from early 1963 and some live stuff from 1963. So basically, nothing fancy about it. It's on black vinyl, plain black and white label. But basically, you're getting a lot of the stuff from those early February, March 63 studio sessions at Abbey Road. And here's the back. You get some nice little graphics there. Sorry about the glare. Do my best here with that. But I don't know how it's going to translate, but I'll put it up anyway. You can kind of get an idea. Sorry about that. It's probably not translating too well. But this is a cool little album. Again, you know, a lot of it is stuff we've had in other formats or other places, but, you know, sometimes when I'll find something like this at a record show or a store I go into and it's reasonably priced, and a lot of times these things are not that expensive at all, and just for the covers alone, just the look of it, and sometimes you get colored vinyl with it or a custom label, they're worth having if you're a serious Beatles collector like I am and like many of you are. All right, this was kind of a neat one. Again, I could have found it at a record show or something, limited edition, colored vinyl, the Beatles alternate Christmas songs and messages. So I have the Beatles Christmas Messages album somewhere, and I have the official single set that came out a few years ago. But I thought this was neat because it's alternate stuff. It's like stuff that was kind of left on the cutting room floor. I love the cover image with the Christmas tree. I love the back images for the Christmas season with the Beatles there, and then the cartoon figures down here, and basically getting alternate cuts. And again, the glare, but doing the best we can here, folks. Just a beautiful little collectible to have with a nice cover. And what makes it really nice is, in keeping with the holiday season, it's a red vinyl. Not candy apple red like that last one I showed you, but a very nice red, I think. Let me hold that. You can see custom label with a little kitty cat silhouette. I don't know how that fits in, but there you go. Okay, that's nice. All right, only a couple left, folks. Limited edition blue vinyl, says right on the cover, not even a hype sticker. The Beatles Help in Concert. So this material is, you got some live stuff from late 64 into 65. It includes stuff from Blackpool and the Paris concerts. It's basically a little anthology. It's bringing together all the very best concert performances leading up to the Beatles' release of the Help album. So it's not just all Help songs, obviously, because they didn't perform all the Help songs live, but you're getting a nice sampling of that period of late 64, early 65, nice images. I want to make sure you guys see all this stuff. And then the back, very nice, talks about it. As I was just saying to you, what it is leading up to the release. There's all the material. Got a lot of material on here. Very nice. Help in Concert. And what's really nice is it's on a beautiful, beautiful, kind of like a baby blue vinyl with a beautiful custom label on it. I mean, the vinyl is really attractive. And then look at that beautiful label with all the images from the front of the album, almost like the album cover made into label form. And it's basically the same thing on the other side, as you can see. But look at that. It's got kind of marbleized baby blue. Very nice, heavy, thick vinyl. All right, now this one, some of the material that's on the Help Live in Concert is on this. This is pretty much one of the complete Live in Paris concerts from 1965, also on limited edition blue vinyl. Again, love the cover. The cover is what probably drew me in, the attractiveness of the cover. There's all the songs from the concert. You're getting all 11 tracks. I believe it's 11, yes. And again, I believe this and the Help Live is made by the same company. Very similar to the way the album cover is designed, and with the limited edition blue vinyl right up on the top. And sure enough, it's a little different. It's a little lighter baby blue marbleized than the Help one. But this one is also on a very heavy, thick, marbleized baby blue vinyl. See it? You can really see the dark flecks in there with the custom label of that image on the cover. And again, it probably doesn't translate, but this is a lighter blue than that last Help one. So it's very, very attractive looking, very nice, heavy, thick vinyl. All right, and last but not least could be my most controversial one in this whole set. But if you know the history of the Beatles and what they recorded at the Let It Be sessions back in 1969, you know that some of the tracks on this and what the title of this album is referring to is not any insinuation that the Beatles were racist or anti any group of people or anything like that. We know the Beatles were not. If anything, when the Beatles would riff and joke around in the studio, they were more or less making fun of people or institutions who discriminated against others. They were anti that. We know that, all right? If you have half a brain, you should know that. If you're any kind of Beatles fan, you know that. But this is for collectible purposes. This is a very cool album to have. It's called The Beatles' White Power, okay? Very well done cover, almost in the style of the Hard Day's Night cover, but with images from the Beatles from 69, early 69. Very nice, well done. It's on almost like a, there's some, what do you call it? It's not a smooth cover. It's I can't think of the word. All right, sue me. Anyway, and then you got the back here. And, they got to play it up. The most updated, unpolitically correct Beatles album. Yeah, it's being a goof. But some of the stuff they were singing about, like the Commonwealth song and Get Off and, some of the other things here. Yeah, you know the material if you're familiar with it. This company compiled all that material and then made this album, the White Power album. But obviously, we know the Beatles were never, unpolitically correct, so to speak. But what's nice about it is it comes on a beautiful white vinyl album with a weird kind of Apple label on the front and a weird Apple label on the back, blank, no writing or anything on it. Very cool, I thought. And limited edition, white vinyl edition. So that's it, folks. I wanted to go through some oddball Beatles albums with you, get some Beatles content out there for you to gaze at while you're having your morning coffee or afternoon beer, whatever. And hey, remember, Beatles and Ramones, two of the greatest bands of all time, right here. Two of my favorites, cross-pollinating on this t-shirt. Love you all. Bye-bye.